I'm the co-founder of the Caribbean Policy Consortium, cpccaribbean.org. And some years ago, we started a virtual dialogue in the middle of the pandemic to engage Caribbean policy, research, and activity dialogue in the US, in the Caribbean, and beyond. And as part of that dialogue, we stumbled across some friends from Guyana, already having fellows from Guyana and the Guyana diaspora in our membership, with regards to what we thought was a missing voice, a missing engagement in the dialogue and the discussion about the new oil and gas energy economy in Guyana and what it meant for Guyana, but even broadly for the Guyana diaspora across the world and for the Caribbean. I'm not Guyanese. I'm an adopted son of your soil. My first visit was 1982 when I was a student at the University of the West Indies in Mona, and it completely transformed my vision and sense of belonging in the Caribbean to be on continental soil, not an island, not surrounded by water, but continental soil that just extended for hundreds of miles into the rest of the South American continent and still be Caribbean. It took me a while to get back, but in 1991, I was privileged to lead the first US investment promotion mission to Guyana under the Caribbean Basin Initiative, when people like Desmond Hoyt and Winston Murray were beginning to liberalize and open that economy. And as in business, we fail more than we succeed. We failed because we weren't able to advance investment from the US into Guyana at that point, given the track record and decades of anti-investment sentiment in the country, not just for foreign investment, but against private national investment itself. But based on that, we continued pushing. Today, UK-Guyana trade is 1.6 billion pounds in the past 4 quarters, and will probably surpass that and double it within the next couple of years. So that's growing. The foreign direct investment experience and work is a work in progress, as I call it, not just because of what's going on in energy, but the impact that has for all the other sectors of the economy, both in terms of corporate behavior, the growth of income and wealth, and the big challenge of what do you do with that new wealth. And one of the things that we realized as we engaged with GBJ and Terence was that this was not something just for government, just for business, just for the investor, and just for the people in the government, but this was something to engage civil society, the diaspora, academia, indigenous communities, and all groups in Guyana and abroad to form part of that discussion. And that's how we came up with these ideas, both webinars and live forums. My experience in business, my company will be 40 years next year, doing trade and investment business between the US and Caribbean and Latin America. We talk a lot about, many times, you need to train the client, because the client doesn't always know what you're going to be doing in different markets. Our discussions on Guyana have led me to also another phrase. You need to train the host country, because not every country is well prepared to be a host to investment and to manage the magnitude of that. And one of the things, the challenge and opportunities we see today in this work is that we need to go beyond what I call the recrimination notion of dealing with investment and business and growth in Guyana, and move towards the new opportunities in the energy economy and beyond into other sectors. This is a drop in that big Demerara River, and we hope that as we move on here in London and in other cities in the future, we'll make that a wave and eventually a tsunami. So thank you all very much and enjoy your evening.